My name is Tola Macaulay. I'm based in the UK, specifically in Peterborough, Cambridgeshire. I run a sports injury clinic and it's evolved into a performance center at the moment. And I'm really happy to be part of Just for Women UK, showcasing entrepreneurial women, women that are doing great things, and just exciting that my journey is relevant in that industry right now.
This is Just for Women UK, connecting women across borders. Can you tell us about your background and what inspired you to get into sports injury rehabilitation and movement therapy?
So I've always been quite a sporty person from quite young. I've been really interested in sport, the human body. And then eventually I decided what career path I wanted to go down, it was down sports therapy, physiotherapy. And then the Nigerian in me always wanted to have a business out of it as well. And then eventually I kind of saw there was a gap when it came to women's health, being properly assessed, hands-on treatment. And so I just wanted to provide a bespoke service to people that they felt listened to, they felt heard, and they actually felt like they were being taken care of. So that's, yeah, pretty much my background and how I got into it.
Why was it important for you to create a clinic focused on women and youth?
Um, I think mainly because they have very different needs that get overlooked. Historically, women's bodies go through a lot hormonally, pregnancy, postpartum. We've got menstrual. We've got also menopause, or hormonal, of course. And then usually when women are treated, it's almost like they are just small versions of men, but we have a completely different makeup anatomically. So it's important for me because we are treated different, but we shouldn't be health wise. And same with the youth athletes. There's quite a lot of pressure on the youth to perform at a certain level quite early, but there's not much education, prevention to make sure that they're staying fit and staying active for a long term. So I think those two areas I noticed were kind of underlooked.
What makes your approach different from traditional physiotherapy or injury clinics?
I think the key with Team at Life is that we do a real thorough assessment from a lot of angles. So it's not just a case of we're treating the symptoms. So for example, somebody wouldn't just come in pain and we just deal with only the pain. We look at movement patterns, their lifestyle, recovery, strength, stress, biomechanics, psychotherapy. So there's a whole holistic thing that we not only assess, but we're also able to provide solutions for. So, for example, if someone comes for a physical assessment, we're able to provide musculoskeletal treatment for them. If we highlight any hormonal imbalances, we're able to signpost them to the nutritionist and give them the right supplement advice. Same with the biomechanics and orthotics. So yeah, generally speaking, we actually are looking at hands-on treatment with rehab, education, recovery strategies, and performance support. So it's almost like a one-stop shop for a lot of things.
What are some of the biggest challenges you faced building your business in the UK?
I think it would really be probably just educating people on the prevention and recovery, because most people come and look for help when they're already in a lot of pain. That's usually the issue, is that prevention is better than cure. So making something like a performance center or recovery part of your day-to-day lifestyle maintenance, that was the difficulty with educating people, especially in a place where we have government funded healthcare. So it's very reactive. So you just go to the doctor if there's something wrong with you. And then on top of that, being a Black woman in healthcare, there's moments where you feel like you have to work twice as hard just to get your point across, or being taken seriously. But actually, those type of things will just motivate me to keep pushing with the purpose, because I know that the point is important, is to educate people, make people know that, you need to take care of yourself before something happens, and what are you looking for when you're being assessed.
What are some common injuries or body issues you see among women?
Generally, women are kind of underrepresented in sports research. So I would say there's a lot of injuries that are around ACL, so that's like your knee, hormonal influences, pelvic health is a big thing for women, load management, but there's still kind of a long way to go in that area.
What concerns you most about young people's physical health today?
I think there's two two extremes in this area. With young people, I think it's increasingly they're becoming very sedentary, maybe down to screens and lifestyle, and they're not getting enough movement. But then the other side of it is that they're overtraining and they're specializing in sports too early and too young, and there's not enough recovery in between. And then a lot of things that I'm seeing, especially with youth, is increased stress, anxiety, poor sleep, and burnout in younger athletes. Younger and younger, actually, is surprising to see it in real time. But I do see that physical health is connected deeply with mental health. So again, back to why we address that as part of the performance center is because it's a big influence on performance.
What advice would you give to young athletics who want to perform well without damaging their bodies?
I would say don't ignore pain when it's early, even if it feels like kind of not, it doesn't feel like it's that bad. It just feels like a small amount of pain. Learn to be in tune with your body, and then also just practice being in recovery or recovering properly. So sleep well, get enough sleep, stretching, warming up, seeing a physical therapist regularly, just regulating your nervous system. So doing breath work. There's loads of information out there. And I mean, I'm happy to help with these type of things, but you really do need to be in tune with your body. The same way you go out and give, I don't know, 100% on the pitch or training, you need to also recover. It's just as important. Yeah. So don't push yourself too hard every time you're out.
Do you think representation matters in healthcare and wellness space?
Yeah, absolutely. I think representation in so many different ways, because if you think about it, a lot of the time, if you go and see somebody that understands even just a little bit of your experience, you feel like you can open up better to them, and then you're actually able to have a better rapport, and then they can probably help you because you've opened up in a better way, and you would probably trust that person a little bit more. So yeah, absolutely, representation is key.
Do you plan on expanding your business outside the UK?
I mean, that would be the pipe dream, yes, the quick answer, but there's no immediate plans right away. If I would say if the opportunity would come to TMAC Live, we would embrace it. Because it is something that I would see globally and something that I would love to see all over the world. But there's no immediate plans to take it outside of the UK right now.
What impact do you hope TMAC Life will have in the next 10 years?
I want it to be recognized as performance and well-being hub. And also I want people to change how they view rehabilitation and recovery. Like, I don't want them to just think that you only have had to gone through a traumatic experience or surgery or recovery. But I also would love to see us supporting women's sport in a big way. I know that gets under showcased anyways, so it would be good to see Team Act Life aligned with women's sport all over the world, youth and athlete development as well. And also the community, that is something that we do that I'm not sure if I mentioned already, but it's not only for professional and semi-professional athletes, the grassroots community well-being, anyone can access the services. So yeah, I want to create opportunities for for future therapists, especially young women entering healthcare and sports performance. I know that is also a barrier in itself. I've been through it myself personally, so I would love to create opportunities for other women as well within the career.
Thank you for watching Just for Women UK.